Okay, everybody, we're doing some news. That's right. Isn't that crazy? It's it's an Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition won't include the DLC. Basically the short and sweet of it is that, Breath of the Wild released, I think, was it 2017? Yeah, when Switch released, right?
When the Switch came out, yeah.
Right. $60. Okay, released, that's fine. Then the DLCs came out, which I don't know. It was 2 parts, right? It was like wave 1, wave 2.
It was a season pass for like $20 or something.
Okay,
but yeah, it was like 2 DLCs. It was the Quest of the Master Sword, and then like I forget what the other thing was called. It was like the bike.
Right, I know that's when you get the bike.
And something. Yeah.
So, and then we get some cool fun news because Nintendo just likes to play with our heartstrings. That if you got the enhanced upgrade, which is $10 for Breath of the Wild, B, just bought the Switch 2 edition, which is the enhanced version of Breath of the Wild, or 3, you just have Breath of the Wild, and because you're a Nintendo Online member, you get it for free because if you have the expansion plus. No matter what, you don't get the DLC, and a lot of people are upset about it. And I'm not. This might be a hot take, but it's not that I'm not upset about it. But that's just classic Nintendo. Like Nintendo is oddly, not even oddly. It might be just a cultural thing, and I don't even know how to explain it as greedy, but they refuse to like give out discounts on games or anything of that sort, right? Like there's Nintendo Selects, right, where it's like it was different packaging, and they was like what, like instead of $60 was like $40 or something on like older titles.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. I don't think they've done that in a long time, right? They don't really do that.
No, they got rid of that with like. They haven't done it at all for the Switch 1. I think they did it for like the 3DS, the Wii U. Yeah, it was basically like the 3DS was the end of that.
So like to me, I'm not surprised that they're not including it. I mean, but to be fair, they really should have. Like it's an 8-year-old game. Like everyone who has Breath of the Wild, or most people probably have the DLC. So like it could have possibly convinced me, someone who didn't really like Breath of the Wild, to like actually play it again for the enhanced edition that I'm going to get with the expansion plus, because there could be the DLC you can play. But like it's. I'm not mad because I just kind of expected this kind of dumb behavior from Nintendo, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really ever expect them to give us anything for free, right? Like everything seems to have like a gimmick with them, or like you can have this, but you got to do this or whatever. I mean, also like that game, the DLC really doesn't add much, right?
The Master Cycle, how could you?
The bike is like cool, but like by the time you get the bike, you really don't need it,
right?
And then the Trial of the Master Sword stuff was cool to like upgrade the Master Sword, I think, but like again, it was all like I think you can only do it after you beat the game, right? Like so, yeah, I think it was just like. It's cool stuff, but like it's not necessary. Like I don't really care to not have it again. I don't know. I'm a little torn. Like I also agree though that the game is like however many years old, right? And they should have just like bundled it with it. But Nintendo like never does that ever. Right. So like,
why are we expecting? I think that what they really should have done is just games like this where it's been like 5+ years and has DLC, and they own the rights. Just throw it on expansion plus. That would it's just a free benefit, or it's just a benefit, because no one's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna wait so many years to get the DLC based on my membership. No, they're just gonna buy it if they want it. But
right,
you can just throw it on there. My only maybe in defense of Nintendo, their thought was like this would devalue the people who already bought the DLC, and now people are just kind of getting it for like. In the enhanced edition, because you know what I'm saying, like
right, yeah.
But it's just kind of a weak argument as I see it. But it's just Nintendo. Like people are upset, but in fact I would be surprised if they were like, yeah, we'll give it for free, because that's not Nintendo.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know. I just didn't even think of them even giving it for free until this came up. Like this article came up. And I was just like, oh, well, yeah. Also, like, I assume did they clarify that if you own it for the Switch version, will the Switch 2 version just you'll still own it?
What do you mean, like the enhanced?
Yeah, so I have like the season pass for Breath of the Wild on the base Switch. Is it gonna transfer to the Switch 2 version?
Well,
Because I assume this was.
I have to assume it does.
That's because I don't think they've clarified that either. See, like I would be more pissed if that didn't transfer. Not that like if I didn't own it already, I'd have to buy it or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely not gonna make you buy it again if that's what you're thinking.
Right.
It's still, I still want to know how it's gonna run on a Switch 2 without buying the enhanced version. I mean, sadly, my deep down belief is that it's going to be locked to 30 frames as they like initially had it, and the Switch 2 will just recognize that it has like a behind the scenes cap, so it's not going to change anything. So you have to buy the enhanced to make it, run smoothly.
Right.
Which to me is kind of a dick move, but like it's Nintendo, like just a completely different ball game. They do what they want. It's
pretty much. Yeah, I mean that's the problem is just we shouldn't ever really expect anything free from Nintendo.
Right.
So,
but don't worry. Remember with Switch Online, like, hey, you get the Expansion Plus, you get the Splatoon 2 DLC, and it's like, isn't Splatoon 3 out or like about to come out? It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
like okay. Kind of weird that you did that. Yeah. So like, people are upset because the pricing is just all over the place. We're still like unknown because of tariffs, and they recently said, hey. Canada is also on the pre-order chopping block because we're trying to assess the tariff situation.
Right.
So it's going to be kind of wild. They might panic and just put it at 500 and say it is what it is, which would kind of suck. But I don't know. It's just a complex situation that, to me, it's like, I'm not mad at Nintendo. I'm disappointed. It's what I expected them to not give us the deals.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I don't expect anything from them ever, so I'm never disappointed by when they announce like stuff like this. I guess
it's like, oh, cool. Like you're gonna give us DLC because like 8 years old. Like in the enhanced edition, you're charging $10 for. No.
No. You have the Switch Online. You get it for free. No, that doesn't make me feel better.
Not everyone has Switches on. No, not everyone has Switch Online expansion pass. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then I don't remember what was clarified, but I was reading that like there was confusion whether the enhanced editions was going to come on the cartridge or not. Did you see that?
They showed like game cases though.
Yeah, but
I assume it's getting their own cartridges.
No, but I can't remember if it was clarified, but it was basically that like I think it was at first thought that the enhanced upgrade is going to be a download, but let's just say you got Breath of the Wild Enhanced Edition, right? On a cartridge. It's like you're just getting Breath of the Wild and then you download the enhanced.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all. It's just going to be an update to the next gen version of it, right? That's what like PlayStation does, right? When you like, if you have a PS4 game and upgrade it to the PS5 version digitally, you just like download the PS5 version and the disc unlocks it still.
I just remember that there was some confusion about it, but I think it was recently clarified. They said it's going to all be on the cartridge, which at least is nice. I'm not like
as it should be,
right? Yeah, as it should be. I think it's kind of just a dick move if you just put the enhanced part as a download. Why do that to us? But I mean, but Nintendo does what Nintendo wants, like right? Like they
right. They play by no sensible rules. Unfortunately, that's the problem. Is just like they're like advancing a lot lately, but then they're like still just like really stupid about other things.
Well, could it be a cultural difference? But I think it's like I think it comes down to like pride. It's like they love their products so much. It's like, why are we gonna like give this to you guys for free? Or why do we do this when we crafted this? They just but maybe I'm crazy, huh? Maybe it's me, Derek. Is it me?
Nah, it's everybody else who expects to be just handed things for free just because a new system's coming out. It's like, no, that's not how this works.